Hello, and welcome to the Ignite HSMEL quarterfinals game. We're going to be streaming today for not Gateway High School, East Chapel Hill High School and David Thompson High School. So pretty much Ignite HSMEL is a high schooler only esports league. You got to play with people from your own high school, and then currently during the quarterfinals, and you're competing for our $500 prize in Brawl Stars or Clash Royale. Today is Brawl Stars. So in just a second here, I'm gonna pull up the bands, and we're gonna get started. Yeah, so we're just waiting for the players to get inside of our room, and we'll be right on our way to starting. All right, so they're currently joining the room, and we're gonna get up. What's it called? We're gonna get up a graphic for the bands, and on underneath right here, that's gonna be the set scores and all that information. So yeah, and then whoever wins more out of the best of three, each set is a best of three, and then that's overall a best of five. That's pretty much what's going on here. Nothing too crazy, just your standard esports match, I suppose. Yeah. So we're just about to start. So thanks for everyone who just joined, if anyone joined. But yeah. And okay, so yeah, so we're gonna just put on some TV Royale, or whatever this is called. Okay, so it is check, and it looks like they are almost ready. If someone could let me know in the chat if the audio is any good, that would be really great. And again, thanks for everyone for coming to the stream. Yeah, we're casting $500 Ignite HSMEL quarterfinals. So I think this one's gonna be a pretty good game. The maps are, yeah, give me a second, and once I put up what the bands are, then we'll go over the maps and talk about some possible comps that each team could run. All right, so they should be in a match soon. And here we go. I have the bands up. The bands are Spike and Max. Where is it? There we go. So the bands are Spike and Max. We are gonna start shortly when they actually get in the room. But yeah, those are the bands, and the maps for today are going to be. Okay, the maps for today are going to be Stone Fort, Backyard Bowl. Oh no, it's Crystal Arcade, Sneaky Fields, Olive Branch, GG Mortuary, and Snake Prairie. So on this first map, Crystal Arcade, Yesterday we saw quite a bit of Spike and Colette in the World Finals, so I wouldn't be really surprised to see any of those brawlers. Of course, Piper is a really good mid, and so is Jean, especially Jean's not banned, so I anticipate seeing Jean in the mid for both teams, maybe even Poco. But on the lanes, really strong is going to be Spike, Tara, Jackie, Colette, all those kind of brawlers, maybe even Mr. P. But yeah, definitely going to be a good match. I mean, some of these players are very strong, and yeah, it should be very fun to watch. Let's go ahead and yeah. So there is a little bit of the text is not filled in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It is, what are the schools? It is East Chapel Hill, and that's gotta be really a lot smaller. Yeah, so David Thompson's gonna be this right side of the scoreboard, and East Chapel Hill is gonna be the left side of the scoreboard. The players are just about to start. I believe they've started. So here we go, right into our first match on Crystal Arcade. So we got a Sprout mid here, a very good pick, and then we got Jean on the other side. So things are starting off pretty standard. I mean, Sprout is going to obviously beat Jean in the beginning, and Jean's really going to want to work on getting that pull to pull that Sprout in. So Adore Mizu is going on the right side. Jean misses the pull. Tara's going to pull in just to Carl. That's a great solo pull, but Loading on the other hand is doing the exact same thing to Sprout. Just misses the kill by a little bit, but East Chapel Hill is looking really nice on the bottom of your screen here. So Sprout is going to keep working on just poking on those enemies and throwing another wall whenever possible. It's going to make it really hard for Path and Sun to get any gems whatsoever while getting into the mid. We got Loading on that top end though, just trying to fight back against the Tara. It's going to miss the pull, but it's not always. I mean, they do have the healing little shade, but it's not ideal. Healing Shade's going to put up Jean back to full health almost, but it just seems like he can't really do a whole lot against the Sprout. Raymond's kind of coming with a last-ditch effort, but it's really not enough. Adore Mizu with a fantastic set of double pulls. That looks like a GG well played. I mean, yeah, this game felt really in the hands of East Chapel Hill's team. Let's see if David Thompson make any changes in the upcoming match. So yeah, let's go ahead and add some text here. It is gonna be 1. Yeah, it is 1-0 so far. Yep, East Chapel Hill's got 1. And yeah, as we go into the next game, I'm definitely anticipating something other than a Jean. If I was the David Thompson High School team, I might even run a double tank Poco to really counter that other comp pretty well. And as you saw, one of the Carls was running the protective pirouette gadget, which is gonna, or star power, which is gonna make them really strong against some of the squishier brawlers, just being able to get in and not be able to be killed. So the really ideal situation there is for the Carl to go on the Carl lane and really fight that battle there. But as we see here, we got a really interesting strategy because Brock and Pam are coming into this left side. Brock's going to immediately break down that grass. Now, this is going to make the Pam a lot better of an option against the Carl on this bottom side. Fish Ram is going to have a little bit of trouble pushing up on that Pam, as the Pam can just spray away, and once it gets the turret down, it's just a lot of control. Path and Sun did a really great job just breaking open the entire side of the map. Czech has nowhere to hide. And this, even though they are ahead 5 gems, I mean, this lead could be short-lived, right? You saw the Carl go down, the Pam go down. I mean, anything can happen in this game. But Czech's team is still looking to hold the lead. Carl on the right is going to do his best, but just not able to stay alive. Actually picks up a kill against that Tara, barely stays alive back there, and the Brock is still trying to poke against the Sprout, just having a little trouble hitting the shots. What's interesting about Brock here is he really gets countered by Piper, so you have to be sure about what the enemy is running. I mean, Piper is going to destroy Brock pretty easily. We saw this yesterday in the World Finals, actually. Oh, really nice kill there, but it's not going to be enough. We saw yesterday in the World Finals, Jupiter was playing Brock in this map as a mid, but it was against a Colette, and I don't think it worked very well. So I'm surprised to see it here because, in my opinion, it's just not very effective. And this battle is just proof of that, as Czech's team takes a pretty easy win on this second game. They take the gem grab set here. Let's just edit this. So Czech's team takes the first set. David Thompson now looking to come back, hopefully in the next set of Sneaky Fields. Alright, so we are going into the next match. Oh wow, what a chat. I did not see that. Thanks for coming to the stream, Duckling, Raymond, Dwight, Wetman, hello Gamer Chris Plays. Oh, hello Roman, good to have you here. I'm not too cool to read chat, sorry, I was just watching the games. But yeah, thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. It's looking like a pretty good match so far. Czech's team firmly in control here. I did mention you, Roman. Roman is everyone's favorite 2024 candidate. As some of you might know, Roman and Van are hashtag running 2024. Probably the most dynamic duo you're going to see out here. Can't wait to see what they're going to come up with in their future endeavors. Yes, I'm using BlueStacks. I'll refuse the $10, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm using BlueStacks. But yeah, let's really talk about the comps here, because what we see is pretty interesting. Pat and Sun is a team that we've seen before in the HSMEL qualifiers. They love to run this double tank Poco comp. And maybe the other team knows that, because it seems that this Tara, Jean, and Carl comp is just perfect for getting your supers really easily and feeding off of these tanks. And what you're going to see here is wow. The Jean tries to pull the Jackie, but Jackie gets healed in and completely destroys them. Wow. And that is a quick game and won by Raymond's team. Really well played there. And yeah, maybe some mistakes that Czech's team could have easily avoided. I had to speak with passion and conviction. That's very interesting. All right, Roman. Let's try to keep it PG in the chat, because this is a high school competition. We don't want anything too crazy, but I appreciate you showing up to the stream, regardless of your antics. And we got to drop a text here for David Thompson. Yeah, David Thompson looking to tie things up here in this second set of Brawl Ball. Brawl Ball has been one of the sets that they're more dominant in the past matches, and they really, really like using Bull. Let's go ahead and check out what the comps are looking like. Yeah, so I really like seeing what East Chapel Hill is doing. They're triple stacking the mid to overwhelm that Poco and try to get their supers as fast as possible here. And the Sandy pick is quite interesting. It doesn't really do that much to the tanks. I would have much rather seen a Surge or something that can really get down on these tanks and just DPS through them. They have no way to DPS through all these tanks, and that's why they're just getting completely run over in this second game. It's very tough for them to even push up. Jean and Sandy especially just don't have the DPS to deal with it, and that's why we're going to see David Thompson win the second set of Brawl Ball. Hello, Benjamin Hoffman. Thanks for coming to the stream. So, we are going to update this text again. Yeah, this is my first time using the scoreboard. Actually, my first time streaming Brawl Stars on YouTube. So I'm kind of figuring this out. But we are currently tied 1-1 in sets. As some would say, David Thompson really pulled a fast one there. Ran him over 2 games in a row with double tank Poco. I mean, if you blinked, you missed that. Oh, wrong YouTube account. What's up, Try? I knew I recognized that name from somewhere. Opinions on. I'm sorry, before I cannot give my political opinions on a Brawl Stars stream. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next comps for our next map, which is, I don't remember. So let's see. I think it's Olive Branch. Yeah, Olive Branch. So Sprout is obviously a great pick here. Pam and Carl. I mean, it's nothing too unexpected. Mortis is a little bit of an interesting choice, but given that a lot of teams like to run double tank Poco here, I don't think it's too crazy. It's really not that crazy. Also, they could be running. What I find a little bit strange is no team is running Brock. I mean, Brock is such a dominant brawler when it comes to Siege, and especially with that new gadget, being able to take out throwers even easier. I mean, it's just kind of surprising not to see Brock in this match. But regardless, let's take a look at this. This is a really good defense by Czech's team. Even though it seemed like they were pretty pushed back, they got the defense locked in pretty well. But they're really struggling to pick up any bolts with the Mortis just dashing around in the middle and keeping so much control. However, Mortis is going to go down, and Carl's going to pick up these 3 bolts, and it's looking like East Chapel Hill is going to pick up this third set here. Mortis is actually trying to go in and make something happen, but the Sprout is doing very well at keeping his distance and poking away at the Mortis. It doesn't seem like he can do a whole lot. What Mortis really needs to do right now is try to keep Czech back, but instead goes to kill the Carl. And let's see if letting the thrower through is going to be a really big mistake, since it can just go and take out those turrets like not even a problem. We're going to see Barley coming on this right side. Barley is not able to beat Sprout. It's just not possible, especially in this open area. Wow, and proving me wrong and making me eat my words immediately, because Barley killed the Sprout. Very interesting. Adore Mizu is going to try to hold the mid on his own, but it's not looking good. Last Siege is looking to go to David Thompson, and East Chapel Hill hasn't done any damage to the safe. Maybe they're going to... and looks like it is a tie. So I'm interested to see how each team is going to try to do damage and defend accordingly here. So Fishram, Czech, and Mizu pushed up on the map. Patton's son trying to block them off. Czech going in for a few shots. Fishram, can he get a shot off? Adore Mizu going in on the safe, and it's just not enough. I mean, they put up a really strong defense there, and 17% of the health was too much. Yeah, so that seemed like a pretty close game, but I feel like David Thompson's defense was just a lot stronger. That's why they were able to collect bolts with the Mortis, and all they had to do was get a little bit of damage, collect bolts, and defend, and there was no way they were going to lose. A really smart strategy, and I'm really hoping that one of these teams switch to Brock on this next game, because it could really change the dynamic of how this map is played when you can open up so many of those walls. Also, I might be curious to see like some more tanks. Like Rosa was played in some Asian competitions and scrims on the lane here. That might work against the Mortis really well, but we just have to see. Alright, so they are currently still in the menus. Probably thinking about comps, no problem. We're just gonna edit some text. Yeah, because I do not know how to do a scoreboard apparently, and text is hard to do. Dang, I gotta make a new text. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to end up making like 5 text objects. I'm such a genius. Alright, so David Thompson looking to secure the second set in the next game. Czech's team fighting from behind. We saw some good control throughout the whole game, but no way to capitalize on any of it with damage. I mean, I think they're really going to have to switch from Sprout to something like Barley or Tick, which can put out more damage on that safe. This stream needs CPR. What is CPR? Roman wants the VC to help commentate. Maybe next time I can take you up on that offer, but it might be too late to set it up. As much as I would like to have your interesting personality on the stream, maybe not today. And you'd have to not say anything really sus, which I cannot guarantee either. And yeah. Let's see. Are they going into a match? They really letting me down here, huh? They're really letting me down. Oh, they are in a match. I'm gonna spectate from Adore Mizu here. I think I might have been a little late. I was at the bottom, just completely lost. All right, never mind. Oh, really nice. I like the BB pick. BB is really strong against those throwers because she can just heal over and over and then just walk around that area, not letting the throwers even pass. It's a little strange though because usually we do see the shield star power with BB, but I like the Brock pick on the right side from DT as well. Brock's not going to do that well against Carl though, so this might be a little bit tough. All right, let's see here. What's it called? East Chapel Hill's pushing up on this side. They've got BB, Carl, and Pam. A pretty high damaging comp, but with all these walls surrounding the Ike, it's going to be hard to capitalize and make any damage. What is Czech doing? He's sitting in the range and just getting hit by all of those Ike shots. So Czech is going to be, I think it looks like he's a bot right now. Not sure. But Fishrem and Adore Mizu trying to hold control. They got 4 bolts. They might be able to make another siege happen, even with an AFK or lagging teammate. Looks like Czech may be back. A little bit of a waste of a gadget there. And they're going to be attacking with a level 7 siege bot. Barley throws the last call on the safe. It's going to do 12% damage. And let's see. Pam is going in from this back end to try to just get a little bit of damage. Patton's son looking like it made kind of a mistake and destroyed their own walls. Not what you want to see from your Brock. So Carl is holding down the control in the mid area. Brock was able to get the fat rocket off on him. And it's looking really good for David Thompson here, moving into this final match of Siege, or this match point of Siege. So Czech is going to go down, and with the control of the map, it looks like David Thompson is going to secure this Siege, and all they have to do is not let the opposing team get any damage on the safe, because they are already ahead from the Barley Super. So while I like the little comp switches, I think DT definitely came out on top, and maybe they could have changed a little bit more to incorporate some more damage into their comps, because it was really rough to get even on that safe with all those walls blocking. So too late for any comebacks in this set, but it was relatively close. Now our next match is going to be an interesting one. GG Mortuary. This is a very conflicting map, to say the least. A lot of people seem to hate it. I like it personally. It's a fun map. You can play weird brawlers there, and yeah, it's fun. Yeah, Poco double tank and Siege. They did not. All right, Raymond loves this map apparently. Then I better see Raymond win. So, going into the next match, we have got, where are they? All right, so GG Mortuary, especially with a spike and a max ban, I think we're going to see a lot of Daryl. I mean, Daryl is easily able to get over that water and deal damage. Of course, Brock and Carl are probably a must as well. So maybe some comps like Daryl, Brock, and Carl with like Tick, possibly. Tick is okay there. I think he does a lot worse in this meta, especially with Brock being able to one-shot him with the Fat Rocket and Carl being able to roll up on him so easily with that gadget. So with these new gadgets, Carl can actually get over the water to do damage, and Brock can break that left or right wall, or just the left wall, to get on the safe really easily. And of course, Daryl's always been strong on this map. and with the spike ban, that just makes him even better because there's no way to really DPS him down other than with the Brock, which is sometimes hard to defend with Brock on defense. So let's see what they pick. I'm excited to see what these teams are going to come up with. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Definitely going to be something interesting. Yes. Why do we use Discord stuff outside of Discord? Yeah, that is kind of cringe. That's absolutely cringe. Dwy is like addicted to the stare emote though. So I don't blame him. He just puts it everywhere. So as I called out, yep, it's looking like a Daryl, Brock, and Carl from both sides. It's interesting because no Brock is going on the left side to break the wall. But from my perspective here, it looks like Czech's team is doing a lot better. Their Daryl is so high up on their side, and it seems like the Brock is controlling 2 brawlers at once, while Patton's son doesn't seem to be hitting much shots or holding much control. Raymond going to take a little bit of the fire damage. Adore Mizu with a very strange roll, but got it back immediately and is going to try to go into the safe, but it's just not going to work. Czech continues to hold the line here. Really beautiful Brock plays, takes out loading, and he's going to continue to push back Raymond. Czech doing a fantastic job this game, and Adore Mizu looking to push up with that Daryl super. Is he going to roll in here? Because that would be kind of a mistake. So Daryl and Brock would just be over him immediately. Let's see. Adore Mizu rolls into the Carl. Taken out immediately. Not able to make anything happen. Fishrem pushes up Carl Gadget, and Daryl super is forced to come out from loading to defend that. Adore Mizu over the water, takes out Raymond. No, just not quite. Czech looks to shoot the Fat Rocket and take out the Daryl, but misses. This is looking like a really good situation for East Chapel Hill still. They've got a Daryl and Carl on the safe. They're pushed up so high. How can they capitalize and get more damage? The Carl doesn't seem to be doing it. I mean, the Carl got right on top of the safe, but that just doesn't get any extra damage. Patton's son finally breaks the wall on the right side. I'd say a little bit late, but better late than never. Daryl looking to roll on one of these brawlers and chain that super back up. Adore Mizu takes out Brock. Carl taken out by Fishrem on defense. And it's looking like Czech's team, or East Chapel Hill, is firmly in control of this first heist game. Czech, hit by the Fat Rocket, just wants to heal up. And it's really all about holding control here because you want to push them back so they don't have time to deal damage on the safe. And while it looks like there's 17 seconds and there's no chance, it's very deceiving how much damage a Brock and a Daryl can do on the safe. So let's see if David Thompson can pull it back. Raymond on the safe, Patton's son on the safe, and it's just too little too late. They weren't able to create enough offense and were pushed back for most of the game. So that's going to be a pretty easy victory for East Chapel Hill. Looking good in this fourth set as the game gets closer and closer. And I get more upset and more upset because I'm having to add more text boxes. My goodness. Please tell me this works. Alright, so this was one so far. Alright, nice. Alright, so I was too lazy to create another one, so it looks a little off. Dynapick would be interesting. I don't think it would be as strong. Like, throwers in general are not going to be as strong in this meta, especially when you're talking about Carl, Brock not being banned, just being played in every match, as we just saw the mirror matchup, as I called it. Dyna would be really bad, because if you can just roll right on top of him or blast the wall in the middle, there's just no chance that you can win. The first prize for this is $125, so quite a big bag if you ask me. Alright, let's go into this first game. While Czech tries to hold his right side against two brawlers, and Patton's son tries to charge up their super. Patton's son got the super. This is looking really good for David Thompson. You always want your Brock to have the first super, but it looks like he's going to waste it and not break the walls in the middle. Maybe a bit of a misplay, but again, it's really interesting just to see the teams not breaking down that left or right wall to get their Carls and Daryls through that way. Let's see if Czech decides to do it, and it just doesn't look like it. Raymond is going in on the safe. Adore Mizu trying to play defense. Is he going to be able to do it, though? Raymond's playing around these walls really well, but Adore Mizu has got a roll. It's wasted, and Raymond is able to wreak havoc on this safe down here. Wow, just unable to pick up that kill. 24% damage lost. It's not looking that good for East Chapel Hill as the Daryl takes out the Carl and Pattinson breaks down that right side wall. Adore Mizu wastes the roll there, loading right on top of him, all over that Daryl, and picks up a nice kill. Fish Rem and check, struggling on this back end to push up. Oh, got a kill on the Brock. Raymond is again on the safe, and he's doing so much damage in this game. It is insane. Loading goes up on check, and Pattinson tries to play defense. Really nicely done by David Thompson High School. Breaks down this first wall here. I'm not sure how effective that is, but let's see. Check shoots the Fat Rocket, and it hits two brawlers. Tons of value. Adore Mizu looking to take out loading here. And wow, the momentum is definitely swinging back into East Chapel Hill's hands, and they're doing so much damage to the safe. Adore Mizu on the safe. Check looking to make that final connection. But if David Thompson can actually defend here, they might be able to pick up a victory, really. I mean, it could go either way at this point. But let's see. Pattinson needs to hit his shots. Carl on the right, trying to push through. Raymond attacks check, needs to roll in right now. Can they do enough damage? And the answer for that is going to be no. Wow. A very close game again. But East Chapel Hill High School is going to decisively take that set and move us into the final set of Bounty. All right, and yeah, it's 2-2 to sets. What a close game we have so far. And our Bounty map for tonight is Snake Prairie, one of my favorite maps. This is where you can see a lot of interesting things before. I wish I could say the same for it now, but we already know it's just Bo, Nani, and Tara. There's not too much deviation on what you can or can't play on this map. It seems like a pretty stale meta, but it's all about who gets that Nani super first. Because if you get your Nani super first and you're hitting your shots, you're always going to have it before the other Nani. So when the other Nani is firing their supers, you're going to be able to take them out of the back over and over and over. And it's just going to be a bad cycle for the whole game. It's really up to the Nanis to get everything done here. Tara is less actually about the super and more about that eyesight, because when you give the eyesight to the Nani at that perfect time, it makes it so much easier to pick up kills on the enemy. So yeah, we're waiting for this final match. Team's probably thinking about comps. I don't think they should think that much about comps because there's only so much you can use. But yeah, let's take a look. All right. So we're going into this final set. Bounty looking to be what's going to be played here. And yeah, no Nani. No Nani from that top team, and that's a little bit surprising. They're going to have a little bit of trouble. But Brock is not a bad pick at all. Brock is a solid pick. He can definitely take out the Nani relatively easily. And it looks like my music stopped and I didn't notice. So I just noticed and I just turned it back on. Please forgive me. It was just Geometry Dash music, so I mean, you guys really weren't missing out on much. Raymond looking to pick up a kill here on Fish Rem. Is he going to get that solo suck? Yes, he is going to get that solo pull, and Fish Rem is going to go down. Adore Mizu is almost down, and who the Brock on the top, Pattinson, is trying to pick up a kill there. Check is currently charging a Nani super up to try to break through on that end and try to pull back a win here. Nani is a really decisive brawler, and you can get a lot of kills really quickly. Unfortunately, he's going to hit the bow. And when you hit a bow or a Tara, it's usually not fatal unless you spin it around in the back a couple of times. What the Nani needs to be doing is targeting the Brock. Not sure what the strategy from East Chapel Hill is here. I mean, it seems like they're just running it into the bow over and over, and it's not working. They need to find a way to break through. Adore Mizu comes up on the right lane. Fish Rem, is he going to follow him? It just seems like they don't know what to do. With 20 seconds left, they have to push now. The Tara needs to use that gadget. And yeah, Bo's going to trip the mines. It's just not looking really good here. And yeah, David Thompson looks to pick up set number, the first match of set number 5. against all odds without Nani. I mean, the Brock pick, I guess it paid off. Yeah, Patton's son is not going to play more. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't think he'll play more. It doesn't make sense here. Not by a long shot. However, maybe you could justify it since you can technically block the Nani supers with Brock. Not ideal, but I guess it works. So, into our second game. Match point for David Thompson High School as they try to pick up this win. Can they do it? With Brock against Nani, they just they go again. Risk taking. You love to see it. All right. So, David Thompson ahead by 1 star. That lets them play just passive here and forcing East Chapel Hill to make the move. However, that's not a big problem because when you have Nani, you don't necessarily have to make the first move. And wow, what a great Nani head. Goes right to the back and finds the Brock and gets that kill. Now, East Chapel Hill looking to play defense and keeping up the pressure with these Nani heads. Fishrem sees that Tara there, knows he has to get back. Tara coming in with the double pull. Beautiful play by Raymond to get that 4-star lead there. Fishrem goes down, but takes out Raymond before he does. And a 2-star deficit is easily negotiable when you're talking about Nani. Just needs to get 1 kill on the Brock to tie up this game. Let's see if he can pull it off. Alright, Patton's son breaks up the left side of the map. Really smart when you're ahead on the stars. Loading still has his mines up on the right side. I'm not sure that East Chapel Hill knows those mines are there. That could spell really big problems going into this match if they try to push up on that right side. Let's see what Adore Mizu is going to do. But it seems like they're really just waiting for their Nani to make a play and then push in the last 15 seconds. Let's see. Adore Mizu, Fishrem, pushing up on this right side. They don't know the mines are there. And the Solo Suck and the Fat Rocket both miss. And it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Looks like David Thompson High School is going to take this set and take this match in a decisive 3-2 victory. Really, really well played. Wow, wow, wow. Nice. GG's to both teams. And let's edit this text to reflect the final score. Yeah, I liked what I saw tonight. I mean, both teams came out here. It seemed like each team had their own. Oh, I was just saying that because they swept the last set pretty easily. You have to talk with my Lang teacher. Alright, yeah, but really well played by those guys. They definitely knew what they were doing on that bounty set and easily took the win for David Thompson High School. And yeah. Oh, hi, Ryan Okashi, for coming to the stream. Yeah, I am not playing. I'm just casting. And yeah, I'm illiterate. Yeah, I'm not casting today. Maybe some other days I will be playing on stream, but I'm kind of a noob, so let's see. Oh, and the rank 35 Brock is on the screen, so that's not very convincing. Ryan Okushi? Dang, I should know because I am Asian. That's true. Well, technically I've never heard anyone say your name. Thank you, Duckling. And if you guys enjoyed the stream, or liked what you're seeing from the competition, please go follow the socials in the description below, or they should be in this header, like right down here. You'll be able to see I'm at Nighttime Clasher on Twitter. Drop me a follow, drop me a sub on here. That would be really appreciated. 5,000 subscribers for Supercell Partner. I'm 1,500 short, so if everybody subscribed in this chat, I would be eight closer to my goal. But anyway, thanks for showing up to the stream, and I will post on Twitter when the next one is. Probably for the